Denmark chooses European missile shield over US Patriot. French defense electronics firm Thales announced on April 21 that Denmark has signed a contract for the SAMP long-range air and missile defense system, the first export deal ever signed for the next-generation Franco-Italian platform. Deliveries are scheduled to begin in 2028, and the agreement makes Denmark the third country to operate the system, joining France and Italy. The prime contractor is Eurosam, a joint venture between Thales and MBDA. Thales supplies the radar, the command control system, and the homing seeker for the Aster missile. The contract was signed in the first quarter of 2026 and covers an initial acquisition of 4 systems valued at approximately €147 billion, €17 billion. It forms part of Denmark's broader national air defense program, budgeted at around 58 billion Danish kroner, roughly €78 billion, €91 billion, which envisions the eventual procurement of up to 8 SAMP systems across long and medium-range layers. Thales recorded the deal as a large order, exceeding €100 million, €117 million in its first quarter. Results: the Danish configuration will be built around the Thales Ground Fire 300 radar. The choice of SAMP was not a default. Denmark actively chose it over the American Patriot PAC-3 MSE. Danish Defense Minister Troels Lund Poulsen announced the selection on September 12, 2025, after Copenhagen concluded that Patriot delivery timelines were unacceptably long. Patriot wait times have stretched significantly amid surging demand linked to the war in Ukraine and the conflict involving Iran, with Switzerland separately reporting delays of 4 to 5 years in its own Patriot order. As of March 2026, Denmark wasn't willing to wait. SAMP, with its 2028 delivery schedule, offered a faster path to operational capability. The system Denmark is buying is built around 2 core Thales components: the Ground Fire 300 radar, a fully digital active electronically scanned array operating in the span, entered serial production in early 2025 and completed a qualification firing of the French SAMP variant at the DGA-SAS de Missiles range in Biscarrosse on December 15, 2025. It delivers a surveillance range of up to 400 kilometers, full 360-degree panoramic coverage, and 90-degree elevation tracking, with a target refresh rate of just 1 second. The radar can simultaneously detect and track drones, fighter aircraft, cruise missiles, and ballistic missiles all at once across the full threat spectrum. The second core component is the MENG, the next-generation engagement module developed by Thales in partnership with MBDA. This is the brain of the system, the command control and fire control unit that processes radar data, prioritizes threats, and directs intercepts. Its open architecture is designed for interoperability with other European systems, a deliberate design choice that allows SAMP to plug into broader NATO and European integrated air defense networks without requiring custom engineering for each partner. Thales also acts as system integrator for the fire control system. The missiles are Asters, specifically the Aster 30 Block 1 and Block 1NT variants, which Thales arms with its homing seekers. The Aster family has accumulated real combat experience. France deployed SAMP systems to Ukraine in 2023 and 2024, where the platform intercepted Russian ballistic missiles and cruise missiles in live operational conditions. That combat record matters enormously to a buyer like Denmark, which is purchasing a system intended for actual deterrence and potential wartime use, not just peacetime reassurance. The Aster missiles are also used by the French, Italian, and British navies for shipborne air defense, giving the family a broad logistical and industrial support base across NATO. MBDA is ramping up to meet the demand. The company plans to double production of the Aster missile family in 2026, targeting annual output exceeding 300 missiles by 2028, timed precisely to when Danish deliveries begin. MBDA has not disclosed the specific delivery schedule for Danish Aster stocks, but the production expansion signals that the industrial base is being built to support new operators, not just sustain existing ones. Denmark's decision carries weight beyond its own borders. The SAMP program is managed by Aker, the Organization for Joint Armament Cooperation, and Eurosam has confirmed that discussions are ongoing with Romania and Greece about potential future acquisitions. French Defense Minister Catherine Vautrin flagged those conversations publicly in February 2026. Switzerland has also identified SAMP as its leading candidate for a second air defense layer to supplement its delayed Patriot order. Each new country that signs adds production volume, spreads development costs, and deepens the system's industrial and logistics ecosystem, making it more attractive and more sustainable for the next buyer.